Hello and welcome to another first Descendant video. So today I wanted to make a video and give you two builds to take out all the void bosses, the hard void bosses easily. Now you can do it with one build, but the second build is to complete some of them a little faster. So mainly I'll be focusing on Enzo, and I had made an Enzo build for taking out Death Stalker. So this is more or less the same build. One, I think, mod change or one or two reactor changes, external components, and the other one is Freyna for taking out some of the early bosses. So let's quickly go over to the boss section here. So these are the bosses. The first five up to Swamp Walker, we can do them solo, private. You don't need random teammates. But Obstructer onwards, you have to be in a public lobby, and they all have some different mechanics. Now the first five, out of these guys, Dead Bride will pose a little bit of a challenge because Dead Bride has a lot bigger shield, and so you have to do that quickly. And Swamp Walker gets enraged very quickly, so he'll go into his immunity phase very quickly. So these first four are very easy. You can kill them within seconds with the right build. You may have seen a lot of videos like that. So I'll be using Freyna to take out these four, and then for the six, I'll use Enzo because that seems to be the most efficient build. Now you may be asking why Enzo and Freyna, why not Haley, why not Lepic or someone like that? And the simple answer is I had already put in a lot of catalyst in these two, so I had to just make a few changes to make this work for me. The second reason is because I have a lot of amorphous materials piled up, so I need to open them, and in order to do that I need to do it efficiently. So just go in 10 seconds, kill the executor, open the amorphous, repeat over and over. I've already opened like 70-80 amorphous materials because I had a lot of these collected from various 400% dungeon missions and things like that. So first let's do these four. I'll switch over to Freyna, show you the build, and then I'll switch over to Enzo and complete these four, and I'll show you the build, and I'll go over each of the boss. This is not a boss guide as such, like how to fight the bosses, simply because some of these bosses have become a little too easy and they get killed so quickly by your random teammates that there isn't enough chance to explain the mechanics. So Frostwalker got nerfed, Molten Fortress got nerfed, Gluttony has been nerfed. Molten Fortress has become too easy now. Sometimes you don't even have a chance to do much. There'll be a Lepic or someone that will take him out quickly. So yeah, there isn't much time to explain the mechanics. So it's basically two builds to take out the bosses efficiently. Alright, so first we have Freyna, Ultimate Freyna, and I'll go over the components and the build, and then I'll show you the four bosses. So the gun we are using is Enduring Legacy. This will be common to both Enzo and Freyna, and the roles we have here are Firearm Attack, Firearm Critical Hit Rate, Firearm Critical Hit Damage, and bonus Firearm Attack versus Colossus. That is the main one. Now, if you can't get them all gold, not a problem. Go with these ones, even if they're blue or purple, that's fine. It's not a huge difference. Obviously, you'll need a lot of gold and a lot of fine adjustment control access to get the right ones, and sometimes it takes too long. For me, I think it must have taken 2,000 or something of those to get this just right. But don't worry too much about that. The build for the gun is right here. Critical, you have the firearm attack modes, critical hit rate and critical hit damage. Okay, and we have weak point damage, fire rate up, sharp precision shot, and two mods to increase the ammo. So that is the build. You're getting about 800,000 DPS with the Enduring Legacy. Now the reactor, ideally for Freyna, the best reactor is something with additional skill attack versus Colossus and tech skill power boost ratio. As you can see, I only have skill cooldown here because I couldn't find one, even though it is available this week. I tried and tried, I still couldn't get hold of it. I do have another one in purple. This is the one you would want. So you have tech skill power boost ratio in gold and additional skill attack when attacking Colossus. Both of these in gold with an Enduring Legacy mount. That would be the ideal reactor, but this is a purple one, so it's not as powerful. But these two stats in gold, this is what you want to get the maximum. Now the external components, I've gone with the Slayer set simply because you get more capacity for the general rounds, which is what the Enduring Legacy uses. You also get more rounds per magazine. Skill power is increased. So overall for bosses, this is, I think, ideal. So this is the build here. Now main thing we are using is the venom injection. This is the transcendent mod. The way this works is it takes your health and increases your power basically for the duration. And that is the problem with this mod, because it'll eat up your health no matter how much you have. So what we have to do is we have to build shields. As you can see here, we have only one health because we've used overwhelming shield, and we are trying to increase our shields. Overwhelming shield, increase shield. We need the power mod, so you have power increase and tech specialist. These two will give you the most power. Toxic amplification, tech amplification. Then we have venom synctium. You can also get some more toxic skill power with this one. We have increased HP. Dangerous ambush. This is useful when the boss is knocked. When you break the weak points, the shoulders and stuff, boss gets knocked, you'll do more damage with this. And yeah, HP conversion. So it's basically trying to build up your shields and as much power as possible. Those are the two things. You don't have to worry too much about range or duration. You could use a bit of duration because you want enough duration to empty your magazine for your fourth ability. But yeah, you don't have to worry too much about cooldown, because the first 4 bosses we plan to take out the boss very quickly before they go into their immunity phase. So that is why this is purely built for, just quickly taking out the boss. So this is not a good all-round build as such. This will only work with the first 4 bosses. So let's do that. First, we go to Executioner. All right, here we are in the Executioner fight. So this is pretty straightforward. What you have to do is wait for the boss to get ready, basically when you see the health bar, and you press your second ability, which is what venom injection is. Basically it changes your second ability, and then you switch to your fourth, and that should be it. So just waiting for the health bar and the things to appear. Now press C, press Z or Z, and you just shoot the weak points. Now he's getting weak. This is where the decimator, dangerous ambush, comes into play, and that's it. Boss done. Easy peasy. So yeah, let me see how long it took. Probably 10 seconds, because I have to just wait for the guy to be ready. 12 seconds. Okay. All right, on to the second boss. I would say out of the first 4, Dead Bride might be the hardest one because she has a lot of shield. But with this build, it shouldn't be a problem. We'll get her within a few seconds. All right, so what we do is we get close to her. She tends to jump around a bit at the start, so you have to just wait a few seconds before you activate your things. All right, so wait for her to get ready, I suppose. Okay, she's ready, but don't start yet. Let her do her thing. Sometimes she just jumps around a little bit. No, okay. So just for C and Z, as usual, shoot the weak points. Okay, now our dangerous ambush should do the work. And there she is, all done. We got explosive stacks here. I don't think I have any amorphous materials for her, so we are good here. Let's just check the time. 22 seconds. We had to wait for her to do her thing, I guess. Okay, Dead Bride done. Let's check out the, I guess, easiest hard boss, Devourer. Devourer is quite easy these days. I mean, he wasn't too difficult early on either. Like when we first started the game, his phase was a bit annoying when he regains all his health. But now we have Enduring Legacy and other guns, so it's not really a problem. All right, let's see how long it takes to kill him. We might get our best time here. Okay, he's here. Let's get ready. Okay, he's ready. Press C, press C. And I'd like to shoot his chest in the middle. And he's done. And he's done. I think that was the fastest of the 3. Do I have anything? I'll just check just in case. No, I don't have it. Right, let's see our time here. 12 seconds. So it's matched the executioner. All right. Okay, on to our fourth solo boss. This one, he isn't too difficult, but he can get enraged quickly. So you have to be good with your aim and shoot the weak points. Okay, so this one, if you're not careful, he can get enraged. So yeah, try to be precise with your aim at the weak points, basically. Okay. Yeah, some bosses, they get enraged very quickly. I mean, it's not a big deal, but still, for the sake of efficiency, we would like to get them easily. Okay, C and press Z. Shoot the weak points. Okay, now that's it. Now, if you misplace your aim basically and shoot the body or something, he'll get enraged very quickly, even before the sheet goes down. So you have to be good with the aiming, because it's easy if you shoot the shoulders and the weak points. The third weak point is very tiny on the middle of the chest. All right, so let's see the time. I think another 15 seconds, I would say 12 seconds. Okay. So we got 12 on each of the three. Only the Dead Bride took a little longer. All right, so first 4 bosses done. Now it's Enzo's turn. And you can still do Swamp Walker solo, but Swamp Walker gets immune very quickly, frenzied, enraged, whatever you want to call it. And with Freyna, we are using her skills, so it's very quickly he gets enraged. So she's not that good with this setup. So Enzo is here. Now Enzo is good for all the bosses. The reason why I haven't used Enzo for the first 4 is because Freyna is faster. But Enzo is good for all the public bosses. Now, same gun as previously and during Legacy, same setup. And what we have here, external components, you can pick whatever you want. I just realized my Enzo is level 38. It's not fully maxed out. So there'll be a little more shield and HP if you fully level him up. I just forgot to level him up, I guess. But the external components, I have managed to put 2 of the invader sensors. This you get from the Death Stalker, because I fought Death Stalker a lot of times. And the benefit of adding 2 of these is you get max shield. Now, obviously, if you haven't done Death Stalker, you can put anything else that has MP recovery, defense, HP, stuff like that. So what I have here is HP, max MP, and MP recovery. You can find the Venom sensor that does the same thing with defense. Not really an issue. What you're trying to do is get as much HP, MP, and some shields in these roles. So basically, we get max shield and shield recovery, and we get MP recovery modifier, max MP. Now, reason why we want MP is because Enzo's third ability is his ability to regen his shield. So we need the MP all the time to be able to keep doing that, also buffing the teammates and things like that. So the build I'll just share here, because this is the same build as previously. Supply firearm enhancer, this is kind of important. And I know RNG is bad. This is available in the boards in Vespers. Now, for me personally, it wasn't too difficult, but I have heard stories of people struggling. You get these from the ultra precision encrypted bolts, the ones with purple, the hardest ones. So you have to go around and look for those in Vespers to get this one. I have gotten several of these actually, so I do find it a little surprising why some people are struggling so much with RNG, because I've got all the Enzo mods without too much difficulty, all the ones that are available. This is the one that you need. Now the rest of it is basically the same thing. We are building shields and not worry too much about health, but we do need to have health to convert it into shield. So increased shield here, increased HP, then we have a bit of range. Again, this is for the shield, HP conversion, overwhelming shield, cooldown mods here. So nimble fingers, skill extension, so increasing the duration. And basically what we are going to do is, we are basically going to use all 4 abilities. The first one we'll put down so the teammates and everyone gets their weapons buffed. You do more weak point damage and more firearm critical hit damage. Second one, we won't use the second one. Second one is basically a drone that shoots, so it's not really useful. Third one is what we really need to keep our shields up. So this recovers the shields, and I have made a slight change, so our duration is just a little below the cooldown, 2 seconds below, but that still works out. And then the fourth ability, it again buffs up your teammates and more firearm attack, more critical stuff, things like that, more supplies and things like that. So that is the setup here. You can have a look, and this will beat all the bosses comfortably. Now the only way you could get knocked is if you forget to use the third ability to improve your shields, or like someone like Gluttony targets you like constantly, so that would be the only time you could get knocked. Otherwise you shouldn't have an issue. The reactor, I've just put an enduring legacy reactor. It's actually not the right reactor for him, but again, we are doing more damage to Colossus. That's what we need. And yeah, that should be it. You can pick something with more duration, cooldown. That will also work. But yeah, Enzo is a support Descendant, so we are doing a lot of damage ourselves and also increasing the damage output of our teammates and making sure we don't go down. This shield thing will help us against Stalker quite a lot, because this build was designed for Stalker in mind. So let's do the other bosses. Okay, on to Swamp Walker, sorry. The Swamp Walker tends to get enraged quickly, so I'm using Enzo. It'll still get enraged, it'll still take a little time. Normally, I want to get it under 3 minutes if possible. So with Enzo, we have to make sure we get our third ability constantly. Okay, so what I like to do with the Swamp Walker is go up here so that I can shoot the weak points, but he tends to get very quickly enraged. So let's do our fourth ability, first ability, get ready and shoot the weak points. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you can do this, you can do a lot of damage while he's down, but he gets up quickly. And he's immune now. You can see we took out the shields in our first run. Take out the knees. Keep an eye on the shields constantly. Make sure you are using your third ability. I have a bad habit of reloading, even though I have enduring legacy and mental focus, so reloading isn't a good idea because you lose damage. All right, make sure your third is up again. Yeah, he'll get enraged a couple, I think one more time. You might be able to do it. Yeah, he's getting enraged very quickly. Ah, that was close. Okay, shoot the knees. Yeah, it should be done now. I think 2.5 minutes for this one. I have plenty of, yeah. VS spiral catalyst. Let's see the time. I think 2 minutes 30 seconds. 2:22. So I think it's pretty good. Yeah, if you can keep it under 3, I think it's good for Swamp Walker. Okay, on to boss number 6 and our first public boss. where you can't do private. So this is the Obstructer. The Obstructer isn't particularly difficult, but once again, it's based on the random teammates you get. And I notice a lot of them don't seem to understand the mechanic when it comes to shooting the purple balls that come out of the portals. So yeah, that is something based on RNG. You may have the best Descendant and stuff, but if your teammates don't know what they're doing, it might take you a few attempts. Now, public matches, public bosses is where Enzo shines. So you can basically buff up your teammates, give them more crit on the guns. The bunny, I don't know if she did that. But yeah, you can buff up your teammates and, you know, everybody does more damage. This is where Enzo shines, in my opinion. All right, so show me the weak point. The weak points are easier on this guy. Let's see here. Also, I notice a lot of people don't seem to climb up onto the weak spots. See, this is ready. I'll just grab along here so teammates can do some damage. Now, again, if you didn't know, which I think you probably know by now, if you hang on to the weak point with your right click, he doesn't get enraged. So I'm going to hang on here as long as possible. Now he's down. We can break this one. He's up again. Let's see if we can do the other shoulder as well before he gets enraged. Ah, shit, he picked me and the bunny's down. We might have been able to get him without him getting enraged if I was able to. Okay, thank you, Freyna. I'll give you some. Now, see, this is the thing that a lot of randoms don't do. So this here, we have to break this. It seems the bunny knows, so that is good luck on our part. I often find randoms who don't know that they can do this. Also, don't forget. Yeah, we just have to make sure if there's one bunny taking out the balls, you are in business with this guy because those balls, you have to stop them from reaching you. Shoot this thing here until he's out of his immunity. Can't seem to get a good shot. Somebody's knocked again. Not me this time, don't pick me. It's picked Freyna. All right, let's buff the teammates, put this down and get rid of this guy. That's it. Yeah, I think if he hadn't picked me the first time, we might have been able to get him before he got enriched. Some of these transcendent ones, I don't even know. I have a few. Okay, let's open this. Okay, Catalyst is always welcome. Let's see how long this took. 2 minutes 39. It actually took longer than Swamp. But yeah, it's not bad. This is expected. If he gets enraged once, this is pretty normal time, I guess. All right, now on to Frostwalker, who was quite a difficult boss in the past, but he got nerfed, or whatever. It got nerfed a while back, and now he's a bit of a bitch, especially for any Lepics. So what I've noticed is if you have a Lepic in your party, then you are probably going to get a new personal best time or something on this guy. So let's see if we get a chance to see the mechanics or if there's a Lepic or two. Because every time I load in, there's at least a couple of Lepics and we get like 11 seconds or something on it. So yeah, I'll do my usual thing, buff up the teammates and try to shoot and see if we can get into his mechanics. All right, there's one Lepic here. So going to buff them, put down the thingy. Yeah, this shouldn't take too long because we do have a Lepic in the party. He'll throw his... this Lepic is probably not as strong as I thought, because this is like the first time this fight has even lasted this long. 2 Lepics and he's done very, very quickly. Yeah, he's gone immune. Okay. So it's the same as Swampwalker, shoot the knees. He tends to not wait in one spot. Now you have to be quick here because he has a wipe mechanic. I'm actually glad this Lepic isn't overpowered or they're not 2 Lepics, because normally this fight does not last very long. Should I pick up the Haley? Yeah, let's do that. I haven't actually done a lot of Frostwalker recently, simply because there was no need. But you have to grab these sort of fire, whatever you want to call it. Have we shot all the knees? Yeah, we have. Come on, guys, don't let him get enraged again. Oh, that was close. He was very close to getting enraged. Yeah, but the thing is with him, you have the normal Swamp Walker style mechanic, but if he gets enraged a few times, it takes too long. You have to grab all of these and it'll create a ring around you, and you have to stay within that ring, you and your teammates. Otherwise, he'll just wipe everyone. He'll just freeze everyone. So I don't have enough to show you how the ring looks. I think you have to grab 5 or 6. So it's not needed now these days. Yeah, I haven't really done, see this ring here. So this is what happens when you grab all these. So if it takes too long, I think if the time remaining is 7.5, he goes into like a wipe phase. So all of you have to stay within this ring. Otherwise, he'll just take you all out. So let's just quickly have a look here. I forgot to check the time. Another cat, sorry, let's see the time here. 1 minute 42. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I thought it took longer, but yeah, he went into his immune phase. That's right. All right, moving on. Molten Fortress, another public one. Now, the issue with this guy is a lot of randoms, they don't seem to like doing the mechanic where he gets enraged. So a lot of people just leave, which is annoying. And the other annoying thing is there are Haleys in the group that will enrage him very quickly. So what I like to do is shoot these things at the outside, the cover or whatever, and this is the weak spot, and then grab onto that. And then if the Haleys shoot, it doesn't enrage them. So what they do is they start and immediately start shooting and enraging the boss. So then you have the mechanics where you have to shoot the poles and make a ring and all of that. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to leave. So I try to go and shoot this quickly, grab onto it, and if there are Haleys and they're shooting, then you can actually take out the boss much easily. But yeah, it's all RNG, so let's see what we get this time. Oh no, there is a Haley. So I'll try to go to the side with the Haley. Or she might actually be doing the same thing I'm thinking of. So we just want to get this to quickly. Don't shoot again, Haley, wait for it. Almost. Don't go enraged. Ah, man. Look how little health that thing has. Now this is where a lot of people tend to leave. I hope these guys don't leave. So in case you did not know, you have to shoot this until it points to the right, like so, almost there, like so. Then shoot these balls that are attacking, shoot the roly-polies, and everybody has to do this so it creates a ring like this. So just one more to go. Is anybody there? She's there. Okay, that should be it. Great. Now just shoot the ogre and we should be done very quickly. This actually turned out much better than I was hoping for, because what tends to happen is the Halies can enrage the boss very quickly. You have like not even broken the shield, but this Haley was smart. I was trying to grab onto the weak point so that we don't even have to do the mechanics, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty quick as well, I feel. These guys knew what to do. Like a lot of times the randoms teammates, they don't know what the mechanics are. Did we get the time on this one? Oh, probably did. 1 minute 5 seconds. Pretty good, I feel. All right, on to our second last boss. Gluttony, formerly quite hard, still bit of a challenge. Gluttony got nerfed, but you have to be careful, like not to get hit directly. Even with my 25,000 shield or something, I can still get knocked if I'm not careful. So you still have to be mindful of his direct attacks, especially when you're busy shooting the orbs towards him and you don't know that he's targeting you. So yeah, just use the terrain and you should be fine. All right, we have a Eugene Valby, which is good. Valby is really good against Gluttony, but we don't seem to have a fourth. No, we got a Freyna. So that is good. Okay, let's climb up here, because the issue with this guy is his shoulders are a little harder to hit from ground level. Just want to get one of his shoulders to be weak enough to grapple. If no, it's too late. No, we could do this. No, he's going immune. Now the problem is the people doing the mechanic with the balls. He tends to target them, so you have to be careful. So Valby is doing that, so I'll just stand here. No, where is the Valby? Yeah, he's going to attack the Valby. And yeah, she's down. Okay, I think he's out of his immunity phase. Come on, don't let him go immune again. All right, I'll climb up so that we can keep him from enraging. Okay, these guys are not doing a lot of damage. Never mind. All right, here we go, do some more damage. Now he'll go immune again. Let's see how long this fight takes. Of course, remember, this guy does have a wipe mechanic. And the thing with these balls is that the thing that sort of gives out these purple balls, these things go away further and further. And he also tends to attack the person on these sort of portals. shoot the purple ones when they get near him. Is he out of his immunity? No. They have nerfed him, as you know, but he's still quite a challenge if you don't know what you're doing. These things used to... Yeah, he's still focusing on me now. All right, he's out of his immunity phase. We don't have much time. We need to get him done quickly. Yeah, grapple on if you can. We should be able to do this. Okay, done. Yeah, he's still a decent challenge, but obviously not as hard as he used to be. You still, you know, enrage him and he'll wipe you if you're not careful. Okay, seems I'm full. Oh my god, I have so many of these. I haven't actually done... oh, we got a valve cell. All right, on to our final boss. Now, I have made a separate video of covering this boss with Enzo, but for the sake of completion, we'll do Deathstalker again. And this entire Enzo build was made for Deathstalker because Deathstalker attacks your health, halves it, then puts dot damage on you, which further depletes your health. So that is why we went with the shield setup, so that we don't have to worry about health, and this makes life easier. And of course, with Enzo buffing teammates and stuff like that, we're doing more damage. We have to remember the mechanics, the stopwatches, the white masks that flow at you, the skulls, things like that. So again, the fight itself, once you understand what you need to do, is not too bad. But of course, you have to work well as a team to get this done. Okay, we have another Enzo. Okay, that is good. So yeah, if you have Enzos and Eugens in this fight, you are good to go. Avoid these things. You can see I got hit a little bit there. Okay. Now, the apparently, I mean, not apparently, but there is a weak spot that you can grapple onto. But I've not been able to do that even once. There are weak spots here, but there is one at the back, and I think a small one like a chest, in the chest area. But yeah, sometimes this boss is actually easier because as far as I'm aware, this guy doesn't have a wipe mechanic. Okay, so it's this one here. So you have to go to the one with the face covered. I think that is the other Enzo, I feel. All right, shoot the masks. Shoot the kingfishers. Where is the boss? There it is. You have to just watch out for the skulls and these things, masks. I took too much damage. Plus these things are... Okay, stopwatches now. Grab. Okay, I guess my teammates don't know about the stopwatches. You have to stand in them, make sure they don't get filled up. Otherwise, it randomly targets one of you. Yeah, this is like an Enzo special, this boss. Okay, he should be out of his immunity phase. Time to do some damage. Yeah, you have to like take charge of this fight. If you are an Enzo, you have to revive people, buff them up, make sure you don't go down. Also stay back a little bit so that the ring doesn't hit you. Like if there is a Eugen, they can help you with the health issues, but even so, I feel like the shield setup with Enzo is much more easier because There's so many damages this boss does. Okay, now second round, this one, you can see the face isn't covered. If you go in there, it'll do a lot of damage and take you out. Yeah, it's the same one again. Okay, he should be, yeah, shooting on the skulls. Yeah, this is bad. I might get knocked here. Yep. I got in the middle of the rings. You can see here, even with all of this, it spoiled my perfect record of not getting knocked up until now. Yeah, I did not see those rings coming. So there's, yeah, the white masks. Yeah, but now he's going to. But yeah, these teammates were very capable, so it wasn't really an issue of me having to like carry or something. So yeah, I mean, at this stage, this fight, I've noticed the teammates are much better than say with Obstructer or even Molten Fortress. I don't have any. Okay, that's good. So that is it. All the bosses done. Let's see how long this took. 338, which is fine based on the um, difficulty and the mechanics of this fight. All right, so that is it. All the bosses done. And yeah, hopefully this was useful. Again, I'll show you the two builds. A quick recap again. So this is the Enzo build. Enzo will be able to take out all the bosses comfortably. It'll just take a little longer with the first 4 bosses because Freyna will shine over there with her skill-based damage with the 4th ability, the special gun. So yeah, this is the Enzo build, and I'll show you the Freyna build as well. This is the Freyna build. Again, we are using shield setup on both of them. The issue is with Freyna, you don't have the 3rd ability that Enzo has to regain his shields. If she had something similar, that would be great. Now, one option that some people use, I have tried using it, but it did not seem that viable. You can use something called Biosync Shield. This mod, what it does is the HP orbs that you see on the ground, if you walk over that, you'll get shield instead of health. You'll get 70% shield. So you can add this somewhere here, maybe instead of dangerous ambush or something, and so that you can recover your shields, because the shield recovery and the shield modifiers that you get from the external components, they don't have that much there to recover the shield quickly enough in combat, out of combat. So with Enzo it works out, but with Freyna it's a little difficult. And then with this setup, if you go to Desktop, it will be hard. If you have health, that will also be tricky. So Enzo is just easier for the public bosses, but with the solo bosses, you can see Freyna just destroys some of the Descendants, some of the void bosses, the first 4 especially. So she can do quite a few. I have done up to Molten Fortress with Freyna, and I have completed Death Stalker a few times as well, but not with this build, but it's much easier with Enzo. So yeah, this is the build for Freyna. All right, thank you for watching. If you did, let me know if this was useful. And yeah, things are a bit quiet in the game, so I'll come up with random video ideas whenever I have something in mind. But yeah, for now, I've been trying other games a little bit as well. We'll see. Thank you for watching. See you next time.